time where I have to go to Spotify and see what episode this is.
I should just open my
Installing
folder.
Spotify. Woof. That's not good.
What are we? 18? Is this episode 18?
That sounds right. Let's see, here it is. Old fashioned episode 18.
There it is.
Me and Mike today. I'm Kevin. That's Mike. Welcome to the Old Fashioned Podcast. You should go over to kingscoastcoffee.com. High score tees, raredrop.co/store and patreon.com/raredrop. Those are all the things that I have for you today. You've heard the spiel if you listen to this. If it's your first time listening to it, I'll say it again at the end of the show. How's that sound?
Fair.
No, I was showing Mike on the camera because we use a camera to record. Don't get excited. We're never going to record the video because we're lazy.
His bulging.
But I was showing Mike that I'm starting to get my form back because I've been working out now for about a month straight with Tim.
So you're seeing progress now.
I saw the water weight went first as always. And I'm not bloated because I've been drinking a massive amount of water. And, you know, cardio at the end of most workout. The only day we don't do cardio is the day we do core. So we usually end with a little bit of cardio every day. But then the day we do core, we don't. So he gets.
Yeah. Now, when you're doing cardio, how much cardio are you guys doing?
Just 15 minutes at the end of like an hour session.
Yep. 12, 15 minutes. Perfect. Yeah. Some high intensity stuff.
I do. Tim does a little bit higher than me. I'm used to the bike, and the bikes where we go suck. So
fair.
I do the what's the thing I hate? This thing, what's it called?
The elliptical.
Yeah, fucking hate that thing.
Just try the Stairmaster.
So I do that. No, okay. Everyone on the Stairmaster, just so you know, they're all like hunched over, like they're gonna die while they're going up the stairs.
Yes.
And I'm like, that doesn't look safe, fun, or effective. It just looks like a torture device.
No, like 12, 15 minutes, like high intensity cardio at the end. That's good. You should do that. It when you're working out, you want to make sure you have enough gas in the tank,
right,
to keep going. So you need to have some form of cardio. I mean, excessive cardio, you're not going to be able to build muscle that too effectively. But yeah, a little bit cardio is good. We should be doing cardio. It's good to hear.
It's like four days a week, and then if I want to do it on my off day, I can. I usually try and do yoga if I can on my off day, just to stretch.
That's also good. I'm trying to get my mile up. I'm up to 2 miles now. I'm not happy about it, but I'm up to 2 miles. And then
where were you previously?
0.
This is the first time like running.
This is just 0. Okay. I haven't ran in so long, and I hate running. I despise it.
I can't stand running. I'll never do it.
It's the worst. But oddly, I really enjoy trail running.
I could see that.
The scenery's better.
Yeah.
I kind of like lose myself, and there's obstacles. So my focus isn't just on how much it sucks to just run.
I used to do rollerblading on a trail up in Long Island. Take the hockey street skates out and just rollerblade. Like it was like I forget how long the trail was, but I would do about 10 miles, like 5 one way, 5 back. And it was just a nice, peaceful, birds chirping, people riding their bikes, running by, you know. Chill sitch. That was a long time ago though.
It's nice.
You get out of the house. The only trail by me it's a nice trail. It's a nature trail, but you know, how often do you want to be biking outside in Florida?
Yeah.
The last 6 months would have been great, but now we are turning the corner now.
So your program, you're doing more
Monday
muscle building, right?
Is chest, shoulders, and back. Tuesday is legs, and some other stuff I can't remember off the top of my head. Wednesday is arm day. Thursday we're off, and then you repeat Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
There's have you felt, I guess not so much cognitive, but just your overall demeanor, have you over the last month, you felt like a real change?
I feel better physically. I'm watching my diet, but I'm not going crazy. Like I'm not doing no carbs or anything like that, but I am monitoring my intake of carbs and things of that nature. So, you know, almost most mornings I'll have an English muffin with some eggs and some chicken sausage. And then every so often I'll treat myself to a cheat day, but I don't do it every week. But just being a little cognizant of what I eat and caloric intake and things, so I can effectively have enough calories so I can burn them the next day, but also, not overload and feel like a absolute shit. I will say that there are things that I used to eat regularly that now when I eat, my body immediately is like, no, not today.
Nutrition's the biggest battle.
Yeah.
For me, nutrition's the biggest battle. It's the worst.
I'm finding alternatives and I'm liking them. That's kind of where I am. But I'm also not. I know when, like if I put Chick-fil-A sauce with my grilled chicken, it's a compromise. I'm going to enjoy the Chick-fil-A sauce, but I'm doing grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. That's kind of the medium in between. So you again, I'm not trying to go nuts, but even things like ginger ale they got a decent amount of sugar in there. So it's more of a treat once or twice a week than it was, where I was drinking it like 5 days a week.
Right. Have you seen an increase in your libido?
I feel like the sex is better. Does that make sense?
Yeah. See?
Yeah. And we, she's going to kill me for telling this, but I'm telling her, she doesn't listen to the podcast. We were doing our thing. And she was like, "Oh my God, your arms!" And I was like, "Yeah,
yes,
baby,
Rocky champion."
Da-da-da.
That's right.
So it's working. I told Tim that, and he patted me on the back. He was like, "Good job,
dude." It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference.
Yeah. So it's definitely been better. I was doing pull downs yesterday, and we're doing them, and I finish. And he goes, Tim walks over, he's like looking at me and he goes, "You got to go up." And I go, "Why?" He goes, "First of all, you're pulling it all the way down. Second of all, you're not breathless at the end." He goes, "You got to go up." It's like, damn it, Tim.
There's, I don't always listen to nutrition, like nutrition working out type podcasts. Most of the time I just feel like shit about myself. And then a lot of other times, a lot of the information can be subjective. You got to watch. Basically, what I'm saying is if you're listening to this stuff or you're looking into supplements and shit like that, you need to do your research. Check out the studies, who's doing the studies, what the outcomes were, and is it repeated through other organizations. But one of the better podcasts that I've heard is Mind Pump. You ever listen to them?
Mm-mm.
Mind Pump, really good. Really good stuff. I'll listen to them and check out what they have to say about stuff.
I'm trying to find what's best for me. I don't look at my weight because I don't want to tie my success to a number. I look good. I feel good. I know I can look better and feel better.
And that's what matters. I mean, we're not.
I don't care about the number.
We're not going to be competing in anything.
No. I mean, this is for me.
I want to feel good again.
Exactly. So I don't weigh myself or it's just Danielle's doing the same thing because now that I'm up at 4:30, she rolls out of bed when I walk out the door, and she gets on the Peloton and does her thing. And she's weighing herself, so she gets a little discouraged because you know how weight fluctuates when you first start again because you're dropping the fat, you're dropping the water weight, but then your body's going to build the muscle, so it's going to look, so she's getting discouraged. I'm like, I know you want to, but maybe don't pay so much attention to the number.
It's like that old that you weigh yourself first thing in the morning and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's after a day of eating and all this other stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna carry some shit into the end of it. So the other thing I've done to combine like with diet too is I've been researching diet for blood type. So your blood type says a lot about what you should be eating and what you shouldn't. So for me, for instance, I'm not really supposed to be eating pork. It's just not something my blood type or people of my blood type receive well. So yes, am I cutting pork out? No, but I'm not buying bacon for the house anymore. We're just doing chicken sausage, turkey bacon again. And I know people are going to tweet at us like, how are you giving up bacon? Guess what? Bacon tastes really good when you haven't had it for like 3 weeks and you get to have like this special meal with bacon.
Yes.
You enjoy it more than having it every single day. So I'm noticing that too, like stuff you would normally eat that you probably shouldn't be. Now when you eat it, it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like,
oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
Much better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Taco Bell it's like a delicacy now. When you get to have Taco Bell, it is a special moment.
So good.
Oh, the jalapeno sauce on this quesadilla is like heaven.
I really need to treat my room. I need to do some room treatment.
I'm going to redo this room. Danielle and I were in here before you and I sat down to record and like mapped out a plan of what we want to do. I'm going to turn this into a room. take the fittings for the garage down, sheetrock.
Like a living room, like a
I want to
like
make
sleep
it
in.
half my office and half a space for the kids.
Yeah, we talked about this, like a study type deal.
Yeah. So we're looking at faux wood because although this room is air conditioned, the humidity in here is definitely different than the rest of the house.
Yeah, you don't want that shit to start.
So yeah, we're gonna do faux wood, acoustic tile. So I'll take down all my foam soundproofing, and we'll do acoustic tile. I'm gonna take down the whiteboard and stuff, and bring that to the office and put it. We're talking about, instead of mounting a TV on the wall, doing a full entertainment center, because you've been in this room, so you know what it looks like. And then turn this way. This would be where the desk is, so the entertainment center would actually be the backdrop. So then on the TV, I could just put a static image of like the Rare Drop logo or something spinning around.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the door there? Are you gonna leave the door?
I'm gonna sheetrock over it.
Okay.
So it'll be a wall, and then the faux wood would go over the wall, and then this wall will probably move the exercise stuff over here, so it wouldn't be in the camera frame if you're doing long shot of the room. And then do that, because I still do stuff here. Like, I'm recording with you. I do Star Wars and Scotch. I do Rare Drop specials here. I have no desire to get rid of this equipment because I still use it. And you just don't know what the future holds. So no, I'm not coming back to streaming. Don't take that as that's what I'm saying. I am very.
It's true.
Look, I love all of you, and you've done wonders for my career and got me to this place. But I do not miss streaming itself. I can't emphasize that enough. I am in such a better mental state not being a broadcaster. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, what would you play? Would you play Anthem 2.0? I mean, I don't even know.
Oh, good old Anthem 2.0 revamps, dude. I'm still not done with Valhalla, dude.
I mean, dude, I feel like 80% of people looked at that, raised an eyebrow, and they were like, that's not going to happen.
I mean, once I saw investor meeting to decide future of Anthem, I was like, well, it was a good run. Well, yeah, I mean, it really wasn't a good run, but
no.
I mean, I would have liked to see the revamp, to be honest with you. I would have liked to see what they changed. Even if they just changed it and released it and that was the end of it, it would have been nice to. I own the game. So.
I mean, who knows if they changed anything? There was never updates.
Well, we saw screenshots of what they were working on.
Well, yeah, but we also saw a full-length trailer that ended up being false.
It wasn't false. It just. Oh, you mean for the original release?
Correct.
Did you notice that the storm in the beginning of Outriders was better than the storm that was released in Anthem?
No, I did not.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah, remember the storm when you're running in the prologue? Yeah, that was pretty funny. But it sucks here's what I think. I think BioWare. Apparently, there's a rumor that EA is going to back off of their studios when it comes to creative control.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
Because I feel like they're finally realizing that they are the problem when it comes to creative. Because they're the ones who wanted a live service game, and they're the ones who forced BioWare to make it. So you took the company that at one point in their history was one of the best studios for storytelling in the business, if not the best.
Right.
They released some of the greatest sagas in video games. Knights of the Old Republic, the Mass Effect series, Dragon Age. Those are all fantastic single-player story experiences. They're the architects behind that. And then you made them make a live service game because Destiny was cool for a while. It was EA, and I blame EA. Obviously, there's management issues at Anthem that you can blame internally, or BioWare that you can blame internally. But overall, I blame EA from that perspective. So Anthem's canceled. Did you see all of the live service plan for Dragon Age was canned?
Yeah.
So they're going back. That BioWare, if the rumor is true, BioWare is going back to what they're good at, which is telling stories and in creating a vast, engaging world where Mike or Kevin, not Mike and Kevin, can get lost in. Because that's what they're good at.
Right.
So this also leads me to believe that maybe the Knights of the Old Republic going to another studio is false. And that BioWare is working on new Dragon Age, new Mass Effect, and new Knights of the Old Republic. And there will be single-player, story-driven, open-world experiences, which is something that has been lacking in this industry ever since multiplayer, the cash cow that is multiplayer.
The influx of live service.
Right. But look at what they did. EA, again, look at Jedi Fallen Order. It's one of the best-selling games of all time, had 0 microtransactions, and they made a shitload of money off of it. So maybe trying to not squeeze us for every dime doesn't work, because now I'm reading that Ultimate Team is not doing as well as everyone thinks, and blah, blah. Not FIFA, because FIFA's like probably pays for everything in the entire company 10 times over.
Yeah.
But it's also worldwide, as opposed to the other ones are not as worldwide as FIFA. But that's the vibe I'm getting, is they're going back to their roots and they're going to have the studio do what they do best. Now, the problem is that most of the staff has either quit, been laid off, or not there anymore. So I don't know where that leaves them.
Yeah, that would pose a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because you don't have the minds that created these original things. Now, people come back and they say, you play Star Wars The Old Republic, and that is a live service game. That is a failed MMO that is still surviving because it is a good income stream for them. I love that game. I still own it. I'm currently subscribed to it. I played it last weekend. Don't get me wrong, but on a global overview, it is a failed MMO that they kept alive because it's still profitable and can still make them money. That's all it is. They're not feeding that thing with a gigantic team and bringing new content like Final Fantasy or ESO or Warcraft. They're just keeping it on. It is a game on life support of someone in the hospital who has been in a coma for God knows how long, and they're just going to pull the plug at some point.
Right. I mean, if it is bringing in an income, I mean, why? Because there's nothing else for Star Wars fans. There's nothing else.
Right.
What else?
If it wasn't Star Wars, nobody would be playing it.
Correct. If it wasn't Star Wars, it would be dead. It'd be gone. Hate to say, I mean, that's why it's still around.
Yeah.
And that's why it's still bringing in money, because there's no other experience like that for fans of the franchise.
Right. Same with Lord of the Rings Online. They don't have huge numbers, but they have super loyal base numbers, and they spend money on that game. And the only reason it's still alive is because it's Lord of the Rings Online. If that was any other game, it'd be dead.
And that's okay. I mean, lucky for them, I guess, that it's not looking well for Amazon's version. If we're taking in Amazon Games' track record thus far, doesn't look like it's going to be.
My wife just sent me a picture of the bed unmade and a gif of a little angry girl, and it says, "If you are in it last, you make it."
Fair.
It's like, okay, you're right.
Okay.
So I have to make the bed after this podcast. She's very, very, very particular about that bed being made.
That would also be me every morning. Well, just this morning, not every morning.
It's Saturday. I took my time getting out of bed this morning.
She got up and out before I did. Well, to be Grayson, I'll be laying there, and all of a sudden you hear little feet like sprinting into the room.
Tiny little feet. Hunter came in at 6 a.m. He is not supposed to come in until 7. He has a clock in his room right now, and the damn thing has lights on it. So it says you can get out of bed or you can't. Like, it turns bright white when it's like, you are allowed to get out of bed now. Other than that, it's like this dim reddish, like soft light. So he's just completely ignoring the light system and just gets up when he feels like it. And he comes in at 6.
Basically saying, screw your rules, Dad.
Yeah. He comes in at 6, and all of a sudden I hear Danielle go, "Hunter, go back to bed. It's too early." And he's like, "Why do I always have to sleep? I'm always forced to sleep in this house." And then, like, at 6 in the morning, you want to wring his neck and be like, "You're always forced to sleep? Let's chat at noon when I make you take a nap, and then we'll have a conversation."
Oh, that's too good.
So,
I mean, minus this morning, the last couple days, Grayson's been sleeping till like 9.
I mean, for me, it doesn't matter during the week because I'm 4:30, roll, check my phone for 5 minutes, roll out of bed, brush my teeth, and go meet Tim. So it's during the week doesn't matter, but on the weekends, like, I don't want to be woken up at 6. Like, at least let me sleep till 7.
Yeah, it's. I don't think 7's an unacceptable time to get up. It's pretty good.
The other one doesn't care. She just sits in her bed and sings. So she'll wake up at 5:30, fall back asleep after she's done singing, and
She's a happy camper.
She's really good with bed. She's very destructive when she's out of her bed, but she's really good at her bed. She ripped up some of the, you know, those benches I have in my kitchen. I have like the I don't want to say straw, but that was like wooden things on the top.
Yep.
She just grabbed one today and just ripped it off the bench and then ran around chasing the dog, trying to hit him with it.
I forgot the force of destruction she was.
Yes, I call her Thanos sometimes. So she is she's been with my mother-in-law got them like remember those red gym balls we used to play dodgeball with when we were kids?
Yeah,
the ones that like hurt when you got hit with them,
pelt in the face.
Yeah, so she got 2 of those, one for each of them, and Julesie's been like bouncing on it. So Hunter used to have this little like donkey thing that he used to bounce on. So Danielle bought her one and had it shipped, and it came this morning. And we took it out. And we were like, Julesie, you're going to love this. And Hunter's showing her how to do it. And she's completely terrified of it. She thinks it's the scary. I was chasing her for fun. And she's like laughing and running. And she gets to the whatever it is. It looks like a donkey. And she like stops and like slowly stares at it and walks around it like it's going to jump at her in any second. And then keeps running and laughing.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Jeez.
I was on TikTok looking at pictures of like or videos of dogs, and we got to huskies playing in the snow. And I was telling Hunter, I was like, Mike has a husky that she loves to go out in the snow. And he's like, I want him to send me videos of her out in the snow. Like, all right, I'll ask him.
She will lay out in the snow all day. She will refuse to come inside. If she does come inside, she whines to go out. And you know what sucks? Is locally we have I guess you can call it like a rule. It's like a county thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not permitted to leave your dog outside in inclement weather for more than 30 minutes.
Where she wants to be.
Right. So what happens is I have a snow breed dog who loves to be out in the cold weather.
Yeah.
And I get concerned Sally, who thinks it's wrong to allow the dog to be out in the snow.
Good God almighty.
Who will call and report the dog.
Look at her. Like she
being out in the snow.
She's like a dire wolf from Winterfell.
Bitch, she's got a jacket bigger than what you got on. Are you kidding me?
I'm sure as Lacey's playing in the snow, too, she looks so miserable after half an hour.
This big shit-eating grin from ear to ear. Her tongue, I mean, she full on like circle the little circle she makes and just plops down, and that's it.
I can't. I literally can't.
Yeah, but then then you got to explain to the authorities why.
I'm sorry.
Look, she comes in, she makes all sorts of racket because she wants to go out. Like, come on.
Do the cops actually roll their eyes as they're talking to you? Like,
yeah, oh yeah.
Like, why am I here?
We have to be here because somebody won't mind their own business. Granted, if you got you got a long-haired dog and it's the middle of summer and it's 115 degrees outside 100%. And you left no water, like. And that you see that dog's outside all day. There's no cars in the driveway.
Even the dog like mine in the snow, I wouldn't leave him outside for more than 30 minutes. Poor thing would freeze his ass off.
Right. But obviously, you don't mistake my dog for Yeah, you don't mistake my dog for anything other than what it is.
Whose ancestors probably pulled sleds in Alaska for hundreds of miles.
There's you're not. Oh, what kind of dog is that? Is that a
Wait, people ask you what kind of dog you have?
No, but common sense would dictate that looks like a husky. It must be a husky. It probably likes cold weather.
The ice blue eyes would be the biggest giveaway for me.
God.
Any dog that has eyes the same color as ice would probably
might be okay in colder weather.
Maybe. Good God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome society.
My dog's a little shit when he's outside because he's so fucking nosy. So he just you've seen the pictures where he just stands on the back of that couch and stares in the house with his face up against the thing. And I'm like, go Have some you time. Go relax, play with a toy, lay down, enjoy the sun. It's nice and breezy out. Go have some you. Nope, he's sitting there staring at the children like, what? And then like if Juliet like runs and smacks the window or falls, then he's like, and I'm like,
I will eat you.
No, we feel like he's like Nana from Peter Pan.
Oh, dude, that's so good.
Yeah, so he's super concerned.
That's so good.
And then like he'll run with Hunter, but he like nips and like tries to shove him in because we feel like he's sheep herding him. Like, no, you're doing something dangerous. You need to stop.
He could be. Dude, I would not doubt it.
He's always like up in the kids' business, like trying to make sure they're like, is everything okay? Is everything? And then at 8:00, when the kids are asleep, he comes out and lays on the couch with us like, that was a rough day,
guys. What a day.
And I'm
Did you see me take care of that shit? I laid it down.
That's exactly what I'm looking at him just like, my God, what did you do today besides cause more anxiety for us? Yeah, he thinks he is the third parent, and then he gets his reward at the end of the day when he gets to sit. Like I was playing Outriders last night on the couch, and he just comes over, like looks at me, and just plops on the blanket that he loves, and he's like, "Can you believe them?"
You want me to get you a beer? You need a beer? Hold on, let me go get a beer.
I'm gonna try and give him a little bit of that puppy ice cream that made him puke last time today.
You know what we do? The coconut. The hell's that shit? It's like coconut butter or oil or
Cocoa butter.
Coconut, but whatever. It comes in a jar.
Cocoa butter,
like Nature's Organic, and dude, that stuff's. Lacey loves that stuff.
This is ice cream made with is it coconut milk? I think something like that. It's not regular milk. It's organic.
Really good for her fur, like super soft. And that's like her end of the night treat.
My mom got him this thing where it's like a circular, almost looks like a butt plug on one side.
Oh,
but it's got a hole on the back so you can put peanut butter in there, and then it's like hours of them just trying to dig the peanut butter out as a game.
The best. Yeah. Occupy yourself.
So
we were doing peanut butter for a while.
Here you go.
So we get her teeth cleaned every 6 months. Maybe I'll get shit for not doing it enough, but I don't know, we do it every 6 months. And yeah, that was what the peanut butter was. The vet was telling us to watch too much peanut butter will get stuck in their teeth and cause problems. It's like, ooh, okay.
I didn't know that.
On the peanut butter.
They do his teeth whenever they groom him, so we take him like every 4 to 5 weeks. So whenever they groom him, they do his teeth.
I can't do that.
Oh, your dog is also 7 times the size of my dog.
We've been kicked. I don't want to say kicked out. We've been asked not to bring our dog back to 2 different groomers.
Why? She too crazy?
She hates the water.
Oh, and with a dog that size, that is not a fun experience.
Yeah, she doesn't get aggressive or anything, but if you ever heard a husky cry, it is loud, ear piercing. You think something is dying. And she will do claw to like get away.
All because she got wet.
all because she got wet. If it's raining outside like it is right now, she won't go outside to the bathroom.
We open the door. You bathe her?
Yeah, so we use our separate shower, and it's got like a door, like a stall, and we have to go in with her, and somebody has to sit with their back against the door so she can't push the door open and escape.
So everyone's in the shower, babe. I'm gonna tell Danielle that she's gonna die.
No, that's how she gets bathed. And her nails, we get her nails trimmed because she doesn't like that, but because they have to kind of put them out to clean her teeth, we have her nails done at the same time.
Wait till you come down. I want you to come down when we're like, it's warm enough to be in the pool. Because I want you to see Finn with the kids in the pool. Even when Rob's kids were here, he was running circles around it. He was going nuts. And he's like, the kids are in the water. He's like the most nervous dog you've ever seen. Like, oh my God, what if they go under the water? They're going to come back up. He's like sprinting around the pool Danielle and I said we should get him a little lifeguard costume this year and just have him just run back and forth
You should
and
buy
all
like
around.
a little floating station for him and let him just float around in the water with them. Yes.
Mike said to get a little floating station for Finn so he could have like his own little area in the pool and just float. Yeah, Audrey taught him how to swim. Well, not swim. He knows how to swim, but I taught him how to get to the stairs in the side last summer. So it was like that meme from New Girl where he's like awkwardly holding him in the pool. She had the dog and she would hold him out because he like, is this? And she's like, calm down, Finn, calm down, calm down.
You're okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's funny.
Dogs are the best.
I know. You don't like cats too, right?
Well, we had the one, remember?
Oh, I remember. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but so we've since talked about it. I'm like, hey, would you ever get another cat? And Allie's immediate response, no.
Yeah, I can't do cat. I had a bad experience growing up. A cat. Audrey's grandmother had a cat that scratched Audrey in the face when she was little, and I wanted to like take the cat outside and punt it down the block.
Yeah,
there's
so many factors with cats.
The one cat, Audrey's aunt had a cat. His name was Indy. I loved that cat because he acted like a dog.
Yeah,
everything he did was like a dog.
Those are the best kind of cats, but they're the rarest kind of cats.
Yes,
and there's so many things to factor. Once you have one cat and you introduce it to an environment, you can't change the environment at all. At least from my experience, you change the environment and it starts pissing. And you ain't getting that smell out.
And the cats are so opinionated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That they will just ruin your stuff. Like all the videos of the cats just knocking crap off the tables and stuff while they stare at you.
I'm telling you, even like if you're gonna have a cat, either make sure like your relationship status isn't gonna change, or like you don't plan on having a kid soon, and be damn sure you're not gonna get any other pets.
There was a TikTok video the other day where it was a dog, and it was like Dear Diary, and he was talking about learning to shake. And he was like, but I have not figured out what we are agreeing upon when we shake. After conversing with the cat, he told me this is how deals with the devil are made. There's an old meme of it says a day in the life of a dog, and it's like 10 a.m. going for a walk, my favorite thing. 11 a.m. eating breakfast with my human, favorite thing. And it just goes through the day, and everything is my favorite thing. And then it says a day in the life of a cat, and it says day 2,683 of my captivity.
Truth.
And it goes into this thing where the cat's like talking about how the just the owners, or he calls them captors the whole time. He goes, they seem to have acquired a bird-like creature as well. I have swatted and taunted at it, but it coaxes me from its cage as I cannot get to it. And then it talks about how at one point he's like, I tried to wrap myself around our captor's legs while they were walking down the stairs, but they just hopped over me. He's like, I will succeed in killing them in the near future and escape this.
Little bastards.
Yeah, I can't do. The cat I had growing up was just an asshole. And we didn't get along, so I've always had good luck with dog. My dog, when I was growing up, his name was Bear. He was an Akita, so also snow breed.
Yeah,
and the friendliest dog to me and my sister and my brother and my mother. But my stepfather, he was cool with. But my stepfather, he always gave him the eyeballs. But I did not know, and I learned this when I got older, how territorial they are with family.
They are.
I don't know. Is Lacey the same way?
No, Lacey's. So we when we first got Lacey, we did a ton of socialization.
Yeah,
a ton with her. We took her out everywhere we went. She was in puppy boot camp for weeks. Then after we finished puppy boot camp, we did puppy daycare for months. So she was super socialized. She gets out, plays. Obviously, there's universal precautions that you take just because you don't know ever with everyone. So, but she's really good. Growing up, though, we had a Rottweiler.
Oh, they can be not nice.
Yes. So we had a Rottie. I say we, my parents, loved us. And my parents got her when we were kids. And me and my siblings are all basically 2 years apart. So we were pretty much all there during the dog's lifespan. My uncle and aunt couldn't even go in and like pick us up.
Same story.
The dog would get up on its gate, and it's a low plastic gate. Rotties are big. If it wanted to knock over the gate, it could.
Yep.
And she would just get up on the gate so that her face could be seen, and she would just bare her teeth and snarl until they put us back in our playpen and walked away. Then the dog would sit.
3 instances, same story. One, my grandfather came to pick me up, and the dog would sit in the backyard, but he could look through the window at the front door. And he was looking in the window, and my grandfather came in the house, and he's like doing his barking thing. And then my grandfather hugged me, and he went ballistic because he thought he grabbed me. He ripped the screen off the window and was trying to break the window. Like he was slamming with his paws and jumping on it. My mom had to go out there, and she was like, "Calm down, Bear." His name was Bear. The other time was when my sister was born. He took to my sister immediately, like it was part of his pack. She was home for 2 days, and he would not leave her side. She was also sick, so I'm wondering if there was some.
He sensed.
You know how dogs can sense things. So I'm wondering if that was part of it. But she was in her playpen, and he slept next to her playpen. He slept next to her crib. And I will never forget, my uncle reached into the playpen and he stood up and glared at her, and the teeth went bared. And he started growling. My mom's like, you should put her down and I'll put the dog out. And he was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea, with his hands up in the air. And as he backed away, the dog, same thing, just laid back down, but did not eyeballed him the whole way.
Yep.
Another
you understand, I'm the captain now.
Yes. Another time I was playing catch with my stepfather, and he threw a pop fly and it hit me in the face. And I dropped to the ground crying, and my stepfather ran over, and he was sitting over me, and the dog heard me like yelp, charging, Mike, charging. And my stepfather's like, "Are you okay?" All of a sudden, my stepfather went flying. The dog headbutted him in his ribs, and he like rolled and tumbled, and he stood over me, and he was like looking around like, "Who hurt my human?" My stepfather had a bruise.
That's a shit a brick moment.
He had a bruise like that for weeks. He said he knocked the wind out of him.
I bet. That's a scary thing, dude.
Yeah, he was super. I felt so bad though, because he became so fragile when he was older. He had trouble with his back legs because he weighed so much. Like he couldn't hold his.
Man, and dude, so there's a downside of really owning any pet, but I am dreading the day.
Yeah.
I'm dreading the day.
Yeah.
And not just for myself, but for Allie. Like
and for
Gray. This is the first dog. I mean, she had dogs growing up, but it was like her dad. It was more her dad's dog, and it didn't really continue throughout her childhood. So this is really her first dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good,
the dog is one of the, for me anyway, because I had 3 growing up. The first one, he was old when we got him, or when I was born, so it wasn't really too broken up. Bear was like terrible for me because I got him when I want to say 6, 7, 8. I can't remember. I was around Hunter's age, so I had him till I was, how old was he? So I was in my late teens, probably almost 20. And just, the last day we put him to sleep, and because he was just, he got to the point where he couldn't walk. My stepfather was carrying him out of the house.
Yeah. And you don't want them to.
That one destroyed me because that was my dog for most of that. And then the other one we got, he actually got sick. So we had to put him down young, only 3 years old. So Finn was the next dog I have. But I look at my kids and I'm like, they're going to have the same experience with Finn that I had with Bear.
I mean, I remember when we had the Roddy, she ended up getting a tumor.
Yep.
In her shoulder, and I vividly remember my dad taking her.
Dude, burned in my memory. The dog laying on the floor. My mom's like, you have to go say goodbye if you want to. And I'm just like a hot mess. I was like 19.
Seared.
Hot mess. And I remember my stepfather carrying him out this dog is huge. Carrying him out the back door. My mom shutting the door. I burned in my memory.
So we always had dogs throughout. I mean, to this day, my parents still always have dogs. That we had the Rottie at first, then they got a chocolate lab, then they got an American bulldog, then they got French bulldogs, then they got an American bully. Then they've always and they've had several French bull. I think three Frenchies now.
Yeah,
and they just got an American bully puppy. They've always had them. I mean, it never really gets any easier, but I don't recall any of them being as like traumatizing as the first one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The first one's always the worst. And for them, you know, I feel like it's going to be worse because Hunter got him so young and now we've been home with him for we got him in March. So this month will be a full year that we've been pretty much home with him. He's around him all the time. Jules doesn't really care for him yet, but I know when she gets older and he slows down too, they're going to be like buds. And Audrey is deeply attached to him.
Sure.
So that's going to be rough for all of them. But the age-old question, and this is a huge like moral parenting, and I've actually heard arguments against this, but I don't believe this, is the 10 to 15 years of joy and happiness worth the grief at the end when it happens?
I would argue yes.
I'm with you, but there are people that say they can't handle it, which is fine. I don't think there's a right answer to that question. But there are people that say they can't emotionally handle it. Like I can't make an attachment like that and then lose it. So
I mean, I wouldn't give any, the memories I had, even with this dog, like the memories we have with our dog now. The fact of the matter is the animal is coming into existence.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it will be here. It comes down to who is providing the best life.
Yep.
For the dog. And if I can provide the best life for that dog while it's here, I would gladly do so.
Not your fucking neighbor who calls the cops.
Well, yeah, despite what they may think. The bitch loves the snow.
Look at her. Look at her. She looks like she's in Scarface right now. Come on. She's having a time of her life.
But that's how I view. You're talking about 10 years of just like awesome memories and good times, and it doesn't end well, but neither does my life. My life doesn't end well.
That's the point. It's like, at what point do you draw the line of not making emotional attachment?
Yeah, how far do you draw that out?
They're all coming to an end at some point.
Exactly. Yeah, everything's got an expiration date. What's the big fucking deal, yo?
Oh, but like AI, we can input our brains into, and we'll just be immortal forever.
It's like, have you not seen, what's the show on Netflix? Altered Carbon? That stuff
please, Microsoft,
freaks me out. The idea of me living, but it's not me anymore. I don't like it.
No.
And then we talk about having a soul, but that is not a conversation for the old-fashioned podcast. That is a conversation with alcohol and a bonfire.
I was just going to say, maybe if we had morning margaritas, but we don't have morning margaritas.
No morning margs today.
So
maybe we should do a morning margarita episode.
I'm down. I'm never not down for margaritas.
Where we just drink some margaritas and have a Wayne would jump on that immediately.
How much time have you put into Outriders?
I got 2 classes through the everything you can do in the demo.
Same. That's exactly how far I got.
I did.
Which did you go with?
Trickster, and then what's the first one?
I don't know.
Technomancer?
Okay. Yeah, I did a Technomancer and I did a Pyromancer.
I haven't touched Pyromancer yet because I feel like everyone's doing Pyromancer, so I'm holding back.
I saw the tank in action last night. Mm-hmm. I want to be a tank.
The description of it is so weak compared to the other ones, but I'm going to try it, obviously. The demo isn't indefinite through launch, which is awesome. They're not putting an end on it.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to try the other 2 classes. I'd love to do some crossplay with you this weekend at some point, because Rob and I did it last night and it worked fine.
Dude, squad. Okay, so if you haven't squatted up, if you're playing the demo and you haven't squatted up with anyone, you have to play this game in squads. The ramp up when you're in a squad just makes the entire experience. It's phenomenal.
The only person I played with is Rob. I've seen other people play together, but I would love to play with you and Rob or you and Pete or something and see like what threes is like. And I'd love to see what it's, because I had trouble soloing some of those bosses. The ones and I love that there's an interrupt mechanic, by the way, in a shooter. Mm-hmm. But I had trouble soloing some of those bosses. But then Rob and I even got to the world tier above that I was at, and it was still difficult, but we got through the boss a lot easier because we were both interrupting, and we were both able to use our abilities, which obviously pumped us up. I would love to see more gear variety, but I know that comes with the full game, not with the demo. I'm not.
Did you notice though? Level 6 gray gear has freaking like it augments your abilities.
Yeah,
dude.
And keep in mind, this isn't a live service game too. It's a game you go through and you can farm for gear and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, so I was playing with Bees last night, and Bees and Smiling. Oh. So we played in threes, and Bees was saying Dave had a legendary drop. He had a legendary SMG drop for him.
I've seen a few. MTash posted one. There was a few people that posted some legendaries and stuff. I've only gotten blues. That's the best I've gotten so far.
Yeah, blues, same for me. Very cool. But I'm just I'm surprised. Personally, so you definitely get Mad Division vibes 100% out of that. And I don't think that they necessarily do anything better than what the Division did. Mm-hmm. In fact, I do feel like the dodge roll feels a little sloppy, but I might be able to clean that up with key bindings and keybind restrictions.
It feels rigid. The special abilities feel fantastic. I think that is the highlight of the game. The cooldowns on them make you feel like you are more powerful, and I would rather have so many enemies, which they're throwing at me, and the cooldowns on my abilities be quicker. So I can feel like I am a god, badass. I'm stronger than them. Right. I feel like that's that Dynasty Warriors almost formula where I am super powerful, and that's how you should feel in a game like this. So they did a good job with that. The like you said, the rolling and cover sometimes is rigid and doesn't work 100%. Yeah. But I don't know if we're in the current build that's coming out, so maybe those are bugs that will get fixed.
Yeah, again, we're saying this acknowledging that it's a demo.
It's a demo.
It's a demo.
I'm not upset.
No, I thought it was overall, I thought it was very positive.
Feels more like Gears than Division to me, by the way.
Fair. I will say that the draw to this game is that power fantasy. Mm-hmm. You want to ramp up infinitely. You want like at least, okay, so this is still to be determined, but my hope for this game is that it would be something like along the lines of Diablo with guns.
Yeah.
Same type of formula.
I mean, with the world tiers and everything, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, ramp up infinitely, become as stupid strong as you want, and just step on everything. And I do like the character model, the enemy models a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're cool, and I've seen more variety in them in some of the other videos that I've seen, so it's not like we're going to be fighting these same guys over and over again.
I do think it's hilarious. Like, so I don't follow many, but a lot. I don't necessarily mute a lot of we'll call them Destiny personalities.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily follow them, but they're not muted. So anyone who I follow who likes them pops up on my timeline. I don't know why I'm explaining to you how Twitter works, but so I'll see them post about it, about Outriders specifically, and I'll just scroll through their comments. Dude, the Destiny fanboys out in force.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
Game's trash. Instantly uninstalled. Went to Destiny.
The
cool story, bro. Cool.
The bigger ones are saying though, they're like you can play more than one game. Also, this isn't a live service game, so it's just going to get like expansion packs.
Right.
They're not going to be updating it every 2 months.
Right.
So you can play both. I work 40 to 60 hours a week, so okay, then just play Destiny. You don't need to tell everyone.
Just play the one. It doesn't. Every other game doesn't need to be trash. Like I don't understand that. And honestly, so in the beginning, I definitely understood the Destiny clone vibes from it, but playing the game, I really don't feel the Destiny in it.
No. I mean, the gear screen gives a Destiny vibe. The aesthetic gives a slight Destiny vibe. That's it.
Yeah. Actually playing it, I don't get that.
The skill tree is way more in depth than anything Destiny has done.
Yeah. The skill tree is huge,
and there's no penalty to respec.
The skill tree is respectable. I don't know.
The no penalty to respec is huge. So like you don't have to pay money. You can just respec when for this run I'm going to do this because this is what's going to be, the important thing for me.
I remember when an Anthem first was announced, and you and I were on Twitter talking about it, and we were attacked by a Destiny fanboy. Do you recall this? And he called us. He goes, "You guys are just fanboys." Fanboys of what? Anthem's not even out yet. We don't even know if it's third person or first person yet. And you're trying to say it's a Destiny clone. You know nothing about the game yet.
I mean,
remember this argument?
It wasn't a Destiny clone at all.
It wasn't, but it's the same. It's the same attack every time a game comes out. I don't recall anyone saying Outriders was going to be a Destiny killer. I'm sure that people are out there, but I don't recall.
So this is how I see it. The Outrider, the same folks you're discussing are the ones that say everyone's saying it's a Destiny clone, and then they're also the ones that say I'm going back to It's the same people. They've created their own echo chamber.
It's the same crowd. It's cool, man. Stay there. That's fine.
No one I know has said anything about it being a Destiny clone directly. Everyone has made comparisons to various games, but no one has. But I have seen people say that people are saying it's a Destiny clone.
Yes, that's exactly where I don't recall it, but all of a sudden, like the Destiny fandom is out in force. This isn't a Destiny killer. This game sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said it was. And it's a demo, bro. Relax.
They're freaking these people. I don't know. I'll end up getting it.
I think I will too. I think, like I said, I think the drive is the power fantasy, and it's the power fantasy that is unhindered by PvP balance.
I also hope
the demand for PvP balance.
I hope this kicks open the crossplay door. I know Destiny announced they're going to be doing it at the end of the year, which is great.
It's awesome.
Because I don't want to play on my computer as much anymore. I want to sit on my couch, and I would like to play video games with Mike and Rob, who like to play on their computer, and I would like there not to be as many restrictions. That simple.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah, that's the show. That's it. We're done. So, goodbye.
Hey, that was pretty quick.
Check out Mike. He's metric_methods on Twitter. You can check me out. I'm Kevin X Vision on Twitter, and everything else I do is on Rare Drop. You can go to raredrop.co. Check it all out. You can listen to more episodes of this show and some other shows. Go to kingscoastcoffee.com and get some of the finest coffee you get delivered to your front door. Check out that hot new Rare Drop store and High Score Tees. Also some other stuff, but you go to raredrop.co/store or highscoretees.com. And finally, if you're caking and you want to say Old Fashioned is the greatest podcast in the world, the best way to support that is to go to raredrop.co/Patreon. I think we're going to next month implement a stream coaching session with Mike. How do you feel about that?
I'm down.
Like do a whole like classroom lesson type thing where you we'll
do whatever.
We'll see what happens. Oh, side note, before we go, did you hear about Lady Gaga's French bulldogs? Someone shot her dog walker, who survived, thank God, and took the dogs for ransom.
Yes.
Shot the dog walker.
So the criticism is she just wants a dog back. Just wants the dogs back. Doesn't really care about the person that was shot.
Oh no, that's so bad. I'm sure she does.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
The internet is.
We don't want to spread
internet.
that. But again, that's the meme. Internet is undefeated. And I saw that. And I was like, oh,
that's
my
so
God.
bad. But oh God, that's horrible. Well, she got the dogs back. I know that.
Good.
But and Ryan, the dog walker, is expected to make a full recovery. It's so like that. You got to be a sicko to do something like that, dude.
You ever see Seven Psychopaths?
No.
There's a character in Seven Psychopaths. I don't want to, but his whole shtick is he steals like famous people's dogs.
Oh my God.
Not just famous. He steals people's dogs and puts up a ransom, or he waits for the wanted poster to come out and then turns the dog back in for the money.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. Pretty good.
All right. I'm getting daddied from the other side of the room with a Switch in the hand, which means I need to go do video game backup support. So you all have a great weekend. You'll probably not hear this till the week, so have a great rest of your week. And Mike and I will see you on episode 19, almost episode 20. Have a good one.
Later.